So it's bank holiday, Saturday. We've got this Land Cruiser up in the air. We've got one here, which is a big project, but we're getting them done. This Grand Land Cruiser here will be going to Donetsk, and that one, the silver one, will also be going to Donetsk. We'll turn the music down a second because you could hear it on the last video. So I've just returned from Ukraine yesterday. So I landed yesterday, back in work today, because we have a really busy time at the minute, getting these vehicles done. We completed a Jeep this week, which has left yesterday. So yeah, in terms of Joe Mack, a lot of people were messaging me concerned about Joe, and obviously Joe's said a few things on the internet and stuff, you know, basically describing how he feels and stuff. So yeah, I've been with Joe in Odessa this week. Spoke with Joe. Joe's fine. Yeah, there's obviously some things have happened, and yeah, he's all right. He's doing all right. It's just taking a bit of time for himself, which I think is good, and I think that he needs. And obviously, I advise that as well. You know, I think he just needs to just take a bit of time and just step back a little bit, because you know he has been doing a lot, and unfortunately, I think there's some people out there taking advantage of that as well. You know, or tried to, and obviously it's pissed him off. So like it would with anybody, actually. But I'll leave Joe to tell you guys that and stuff. But as for being concerned about Joe and everything, he's completely fine, and so is the dog. So that's good news. Yeah, this Land Cruiser here, it's going to a unit in Donetsk. I'm currently trying to work out the best way to get it there. I mean, I've got a driver sorted who can take it to Poland, but we're just trying to get the transport sorted after that, you know. I may need your help actually with the costs of that, because the costs aren't cheap, and I'll be grateful if anybody can support that. Sorry, Gary's working down, if you have a look. Yeah. So yeah, the Pajero we sent over, our friend Jez driven it to Poland, and then I driven it to Odessa, where it's now gone actually up to Sumy. It's been transferred to Sumy, so I'll put a little clip in here, you can see it go. So yeah, that car's been transferred to Uda, and you know, that's thanks to support from you guys. That car is a full donation from start to finish from me and you, and that'll be joining the art division. If you don't know who they are, they're an artillery unit within Uda who serve in different areas in Ukraine. I mean, there was actually in Kherson. That was the plan for it to go to Kherson, and then they got moved up to the northeast. And they are a very good, accurate artillery unit, which consists of volunteers, and really good guys. A lot of you guys know, you know, I only work with volunteer soldiers. Really, I don't really bother with anybody who's on a contract. At least you know people's hearts, morals, and everything else are in the right place. But lately, we've had a few people like approaching me about obviously fighting in Ukraine and everything, and there's been a couple of guys who've actually gone over, and unfortunately some of the guys haven't experienced a good time there, you know, because they kind of rush things. And one thing I will say to anybody who's thinking of going over there, whether it's fighting or volunteering, is don't rush things, you know. Take your time to explore the country and find out what's right for you, because unfortunately there's a lot of people who go out there and they leave with a lot of bad blood and a lot of bad opinions on the country and stuff, and and the people in it. And trust me, nobody has had a worse time there than me over the years, you know. But I've always learnt from it. Apart from one guy, there was one guy actually previous to the war. He actually he stole my phone 3 times, and then the 4th time I managed to. Sorry, there's a van pulling up. The 4th time I tried to get hold of him, but yeah, he ran off. But he wasn't even a Ukrainian. I think he was like Azerbaijani or something. It was like a pickpocket. He used to target expats and people straggling down the street drunk and stuff, you know. And unfortunately he did get my phone 3 times over a 2-year period, including my little brother as well. But yeah, I've had a rough time there over the years, and one piece of advice I'm going to give to anybody thinking of going out there is just go and see the country first, you know. Just don't rush it into anything, don't sign anything, you know. Go and see what you're fighting for, what, you know, if it's right for you, and make some friends, you know. Just speak to people in bars or whatever it is you want to go, and, you know, just do a bit of research and stuff, you know. I've had a fella lately who came over, and he's just really disheartened by it all, and wasn't what he thought, and everything else. And there was another guy as well who took my advice, and he actually thanked me the other day because he was going to do the same thing, and he was like, you know, I'm going to go and sign a contract, and you know, on the 2nd day of being in country, despite the fact that you've never been there. And I'm like, don't do that, you know, have a month. And he did that, and he actually messaged me and said it's the best advice that I could have ever given, because he's with a unit now that he never thought he'd be in. He's got really good friends, it's really good, and he's enjoying himself, and he's enjoying his training and stuff, and yeah, it's worked out well for him, whereas if it had gone the other way, you know, he doesn't think it'd have worked out well. And so yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. So Joe's alright, I'm alright. It was a bit of a long haul journey. Thanks to Jez, our viewer, our volunteer who volunteered. He had a good experience, did Jez, and, you know, some parts of Ukraine that he didn't think he could go and see, you know. He did a really good job, really good job. And we'll get these vehicles going. That one's alright. It's a big project. It's all right, but the blue one, yeah. If you can help us get it to Donbas, just drop a bit of fuel money in the comments if you can. If not, you know, just try and share this video on the on whatever other platforms there are. Yeah. But thank you, and I appreciate it, and hope you all have a good bank holiday.